Iron. Welcome to the pits of hell, where there are a billion smurfs running it down, or people who are actually just bad at the game. The unexpected becomes the expected, and you shouldn't be surprised to see something you have never seen before. You are never making it out of here. You go 30-1, it doesn't matter. You go 2-15, also doesn't matter. Your team is going to single-handedly drag you down with them. Top lane is going to run bot lane after 5 deaths of non-stop deaths fighting the enemy. Your mid laner is going to start AFKing because of that. And now your bot lane is being griefed. And yet all this time they start flaming you and it becomes jungle diff. This is what it means to be an Iron. Despite the chaos, people are still genuinely trying to climb and get out of this hellhole. If you get placed here, maybe you truly deserve to be here. Bronze. You escape hell, but welcome to the Bronze Age. Yes, it is the equivalent for the real-life Bronze Age. People haven't developed communication skills or hands to turn on their monitor. Dreams are big, but the mechanics are developing. In Bronze, map awareness is a work in progress. Wards are placed, but often in less than optimal spots. And objectives like dragons and barons are sometimes overlooked in favor of chasing kills. And teamfights can be disorganized, with players occasionally forgetting their roles or diving in without backup. Communication varies. Some games feature enthusiastic coordination, while others devolve into blame games and finger-pointing. Despite these challenges, Bronze is a tier filled with potential. Players are eager to improve, experimenting with different champions and strategies. Silver. This is where toxicity runs rampant. Everyone swears they deserve to be higher rank when they just beat their diamond friend in a 1v1 as Riven versus Soraka, and the only thing holding them back are their degenerate teammates that don't even know how to lane against Darius top. It's so easy, they say. You try your best, but your best just isn't enough to stop your teammates from arguing why the mid laner didn't rotate to scuttle crab when they have 2 waves under their tower. Nonetheless, if you ever make it out of here, you are in for worse. Gold. You are now an average player. Not too good, but not too bad. You understand some of the basics of how the game should be played, but what you don't understand still are your teammates. Sometimes they will pop off and go 12-3. Sometimes they just aren't even there. What I mean is, they just straight up AFK or rage quit, and you never see them again. Once the lane is over, the game is over for them. This is where pure rage begins. When you played in Silver, people would flame, but they would still try to win. Here, they just give up and smash their monitor. Every game is a different experience. Platinum. Question mark pings flood the map, but at least here, people aren't as toxic. Most probably play with chat off or just don't bother with typing and just say some certain things they shouldn't be saying out loud. Mechanics become more polished, but decision-making and macro are still left to be desired. Here is where you will see one tricks emerge. Your Warwick top has 1,000 games this season alone with a 49% win rate, still trying desperately to reach Emerald. This is where your mental fortitude will be tested. Can you play enough games to make it out, or will you give up and quit for the rest of the year? Emerald. The home we used to call Platinum, because we were actually stuck here for years. This is where most people who have played the game for 10+ years, but aren't good enough to get to Diamond, are. They take the game more seriously, but the years of League have taken years of their lifespan away, and are just trying to make a final push to Diamond, or are just content being Emerald each split playing 30 games. Welcome to the retiree club. Some people just play for fun and explore random champs, and some want to wish you and your entire family cancer. Diamond. Every average player's dreamland. If you make it, you've made it. The ultimate goal of most people. It may have cost 30 years and taken 10, but you made it. You finally know what it means to peak. The grind has finally come to an end, and you can rest easy knowing you are special and you have what it takes. Most people decide to stop here, as climbing any further is just not worth a full-time job and not touching grass. I can confirm this, as this is where I stopped. Any further and you just become the degenerate you swore not to become. But if you choose to keep going, be aware of the consequences. It won't be easy. Masters. You now belong to the top 0.39% of players. Congrats, you stinky sweat. You, however, in the eyes of the top dogs, are still low elo. To them, you will never amount to much. You want to make this your full-time career like them, but you just aren't good enough, and you never will be. And so, you start smurfing to find any meaning to your existence. Make other people's lives miserable. You want to see what it's like in Iron, and so you start running it down, and once you've had enough, you start climbing again and start flaming all your teammates for each game you lost, because you are better than them. But still, you are good at League, so congrats, you are still better than me. Grandmasters. League is either your full-time job, or you just have insane talent. You try to go pro, but most likely won't. You want to hit Challenger at least once in your life? You're almost there, so you might as well go for it. You're in too deep anyways. Feels like a waste if you give up now. Your understanding of the game is high, your mechanics are high, the only thing holding you back, most likely, is your talent. It's okay. Some people are just naturally better than you, and you have to accept that. So, even if you never make it, I want you to know you've done enough to your body and mind. Just let it go. It's time to hang it up. Challenger, the pinnacle of League of Legends. Nothing much to say here except League is on your mind 24/7. You wake up, it's League. You eat, it's League. You sleep, it's League. I hope you make it out the trenches and become a pro, because otherwise you have wasted all this time. For what? For pixels on a screen with numbers that are in the 4 digits? But good for you making it this far. It shows you have talent in something at least. I'll tell you something you've never heard. I'm proud of you. But maybe it's time to actually get a life.